The Leagues of Votann codex is coming out very soon, and for those of you who don't want to watch hour-long videos explaining it, or just intrigued in the faction, I'll tell you everything you need to know in under 5 minutes. So to alert first, and I'll get this out of the way now. It won't be a shock to anyone to know that the codex is really powerful and will propel the squats to the top tier. Seems a very obvious and cynical move just to sell more units, but that said, let's dive into the codex. Some general overview info. You take 1 card per detachment, and this is the equivalent of a Space Marine captain. There's lots of obsec units. There's lots of interesting and powerful weapons, ones with flat numbers of shots, not random, ignore vuns, ones that have damage carryover, and even beam weapons that hit multiple units in a straight line. There's no obvious ally rules in the book, so speculation about them playing well with Tau isn't really real. They're not a fast army, so that's quite a big downside, and there are secondary objectives and nothing special. Some army-wide rules, and there are some really powerful abilities here. Steady advance. Everyone ignores modifiers to move, advance and charge, but they can only auto-advance 3 inches, or 6 inches if they've got the accelerated keyword. The 3-inch max advance, coupled with lower movement stats, does make them quite slow. Void armor. Essentially armor of contempt, they reduce AP by 1 for the whole army. You also can't reroll wounds or damage against them. And we know just how strong this has been with the Space Marines. Eye of the Ancestors. This is a super powerful mechanic for auto-wounding. During the game, you apply judgment tokens to enemy units. These stick with them for the entire game, and the more tokens there are against a unit, then the better the buff is for the Votann when they attack them. You can apply a token in lots of ways. When a unit kills a Votann unit, it gets one. If a unit does an action, even when a unit controls an objective marker. A card can give out 1 per turn, and there are stratagems that let you do it as well. When a token is on a unit, then hits of 6 auto-wound, and that's both ranged and melee. For 2 tokens, you auto-wound on a 5, and for 3 tokens, you auto-wound on a 4. With all the special abilities in this book, you can quite easily get a unit up to 3 tokens, so you can imagine a squad of Terminators or even a Knight having everything in your army auto-wounding on 4s against it. Some Warlord traits now, there are 6 available. Not a great set, but probably the best is a long list. This allows the Warlord trait to take a judgment token from a destroyed unit and place it on another. And considering how powerful the tokens are, being able to move them around is great. As a separate part of the trait, the Warlord can also ignore cover and ignore Lookout Sir for ranged attacks. There are 14 relics available and most are really good. A couple to highlight. Actol's Fortress gives out Fight Last against a unit. Exactor, type of special armor for strength time 2, AP -3, damage D3 +3, plus it also deals 1 mortal wounds for each token on that unit. Psychic Powers, there are 6 available. There's one obvious auto-include, but it's not a standout collection. Interface Echo for Warp Charge 5, you gain a CP. Votannic Council, character points-based upgrades. They all seem fairly useful, so you might find you take them all. You got the High Carl for 40 points. This gives 1 unit within 6, reroll all hits, and also the option to redistribute judgment tokens. Lord Grimnir for 25 points. Cast 1 extra power. Also +1 to cast if an enemy is within 18. So you'll be definitely gaining your 1 CP as well as doing more stuff. And Brookir Forge Master for 25 points. This is really cheap and an absolute auto-include character and upgrade. You get the useful Wargear strap for 1 CP less than it actually costs. 6 to wound cause the damage to be delivered in mortal wounds instead. And it opens up a special Warlord trait which allows them to regenerate 3 wounds on a vehicle. And once per round, change the vehicle's failsafe to be 0 damage. Stratagems. 31 stratagems and loads of really useful ones. The problem will be spending CP wisely when you've got so many options. Some good examples include Ancestral Sentence for 1 CP, reroll all hits, Reactive Reprisal for 1 or 2 CP, Return Fire after being shot at, and Well-Ordered Retreat for 1 CP, fall back and shoot. Now looking at the leagues, which are the chapter style options that include a buff, Warlord trait, relic and strat. The buffs are particularly excellent with 2 good buffs and an extra improvement to the judgment token auto-wound ability. It's scary strong. There are 5 available and all pretty good. There are also custom options. Picking probably the best one is the Greater Thurian League. The main buffs are counters 2 models on objectives and reroll 1 hit or wound when shooting or fighting. The judgment token buff is targets count as 1 extra token if they already have a token. So straight away things are auto-wounding on 5+ minimum. The Warlord trait allows to refund CP on a 5+. The Relic gives a 4+ invuln and reduces AP by an additional 1, and this stacks with the general faction abilities. And the strat allows a Carl for 1 CP to give out an extra judgment token. I'll show the others as well now if you want to pause and read, as they're also really good. I'm not going to go through all the datasheets, as there are videos that do that to a lot more depth. Let me know what you think about this and whether you're scared to play them or looking forward to it. See you soon. Bye.